Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Kezia Nicole. We are here live with the Beards, Business, and Black Men. And y'all, I got a special guest. But before we get to our special guest, make sure you subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at virginiabeardfestival.com and follow us on Anchor. So if you go to the Anchor app, we are on Beards, Business, and Black Men. You can hear some of our other interviews that we have some wonderful bearded Black men that are in business. And today, for our Beards in Business guest, we have the wonderful Ronnie G. I'm going to bring him into the studio. Let's see. Hey,
Hey,
Ronnie.
hey, what's going on?
How
How
are
you doing?
you?
I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain.
Wonderful. So I see that you have CPA on your name. Congratulations.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
I
that.
know it's not that many of us that are in the field, is it?
Yeah, unfortunately, they say that it's only 1% of CPAs are black. So that's just
Wow.
1%, and it's been like that for a long time. So we gotta do better.
We do. We almost there, especially since the conversation that we had.
Right.
They finna be mad at us because it's about
I
to be
know, right?
100 black CPAs.
Bring them on in.
Bring them on in. Bring them on in.
Yep.
Awesome. Can you
Yep.
share for those of that are in my audience that does not know the CPA is? Can you share a little bit about your industry, about your business?
Yep. So just to introduce myself to your audience, my name is Ronnie Goode. I'm a CPA certified public accountant. So I'm licensed in the state of Virginia, but I serve clients all across the United States through this technology that we've been using for the past few years. So I do have my own accounting firm called Rhythm Accounting, where I work with business owners and investors, and I help them make strategic financial decisions. All that means is that I help them save money. I help them save money within their business. I help them increase their profits, and I help them save money in taxes because taxes is our largest expense. When you think about it, we have to pay income tax, federal income tax, state income tax. We got property tax. We got real estate tax. We got sales tax. We hit with taxes all across the board. So I help my clients to kind of manage their taxes and save lots of money so that they can use that money to invest in themselves, invest in their business, or just go take a trip or something every now and then.
Wow, I bet you be Donald Trump best friend. You know he love evading the taxes.
Yeah.
Ain't that what he talk about all the time? Ain't that what the
He
Republicans
talk
talk
about
about
ta-
all the time?
he talk about taxes all the time.
Him and Robert Kiyosaki,
Rob
Kawasaki,
Kiyosaki talk about taxes all the
all the
time.
time.
Yeah.
These people always talk about taxes. That's one thing you want to get a Republican all railed up. You start talking about taxes.
Yeah.
they, start-
once
they really
once
start
you
getting
start
into it.
yeah, because once you start making a whole bunch of money, taxes start to be number one priority. Once you start making a whole bunch of money, and like Rob Kiyosaki, he's like heavy into real estate. So he's making a
Mhm.
lot of money from real estate. And Trump is kind of similar, right? He has the Trump towers, he has all of these other, things that he's involved in. So his biggest thing is like, oh my God, I'm being taxed so much on this money. How can I strategically avoid taxes? Because tax avoidance is legal, but tax evasion is illegal.
Illegal. Let me just put the disclaimer out there.
Illegal.
Illegal. So
Illegal.
yes. So look, so let's talk about taxes, right? So
Okay.
what advice would you give to a person that is a business owner, like say they don't work at their job and they want to buy a house? What are some key things that they should do to prepare to like be able to show that they have a certain amount of income so that they
Yeah,
can like
so
get a loan or whatever?
this one is very, very important, and I see this from a lot of clients all the time. Because when you first get into business and you realize that you can kind of control how much you pay in taxes due to your write offs. So you
Mm-hmm.
start seeing all these fun things you can write. I can write all of this stuff off. I can just lower my income till it's almost zero, and I don't have to pay any taxes. And that's a fun game to play until you're trying to get a loan, right? Because the lending companies, they want to see that you have money to be able to pay them back for the
Mm-hmm.
money that they're going to loan you. So the best thing that you can do is, plan ahead. If you're thinking about, getting a loan or getting a mortgage 2 years from now, start planning ahead. So when it comes tax time, you start talking with your tax professional throughout the year, not just at the end of the year during tax time. Y'all can plan to show a consistency of income so that you can prove to them that you're able to pay them back. Because if you don't show that consistency of income, when they look at your tax, they may ask for the past 3 years or something like that. If you don't show that consistency, then it's going to be a hard time for them to actually lend you some money. So, but all of that comes through planning. Planning is more proactive than reactive.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, because there's a lot of barbers and
Oh my
stylists
God.
out there that they make
Yep.
a lot of money, and that be a whole thing because they trying to build their credit and stuff like that. I don't want to buy a house, but they gotta make sure that their tax situation on point because they make a lot, but at the same time, like you said, they taxes not straight. Yeah.
And one of the things, if I could just add this real quick, one of
Yeah,
the
go
things,
ahead.
especially for a lot of people that are just starting out, right, or my
Mm-hmm.
self-employed folks, right,
Mm-hmm.
meaning that you have to work in the business in addition to working on the business. That's
Mm-hmm.
self-employed, which is kind of different from business owner. But
Mm-hmm.
if you are self-employed, one of the things I can say just from a financial perspective, get your books in order, please,
What
right?
does that look
Please.
like? You can't just say get your books in order. What does that even look like?
What does that look like is, so you're operating your business every day. You're providing a service, or you're providing products, or you're providing both, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're doing a product, service, or both. So things that's happening within your business, that all of that stuff needs to be recorded accurately somewhere, right? And the reason why it needs to be recorded accurately somewhere, it serves two purposes really. Internally, you need to know how well your business is doing. You
Mm-hmm.
don't know how well your business is doing if you can't run reports to show, okay, I'm profitable. Okay, I'm not profitable. Okay, my revenue is up. My revenue is down. Okay, I'm overspending here. You don't know any of that if you don't have accurate books. So that's one. The second reason is we going back to taxes. Any external reporting that you have to do. So the first one was internal for you. The second one
Mm-hmm.
is external reporting. So if your books are not in order, you probably overpaying in taxes, to be honest,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
your books
What
feed
what's
your taxes.
for barbers specifically, because we're Virginia Beer Festival, so we deal with a lot of
Yep,
barbers and stuff like that.
yep.
What would you say the top strategy or system or product that you would recommend that they can use to keep track of stuff?
So to keep track of stuff, obviously, I'm going to recommend one of the most popular things out there. That's QuickBooks.
Do
QuickBooks is
QuickBooks
huge.
take payments?
QuickBooks does take payments.
Oh, okay.
QuickBooks takes payments.
This Cash App be something real for them barbers.
Yeah,
Everybody be like Cash
I
App
know.
me.
Yeah, QuickBooks does take payment. So I would recommend QuickBooks. If it's somebody that's just starting out, they may not have the capital to pay the fee for QuickBooks because you have to
Mm-hmm.
pay for these services. There
Mm-hmm.
are other things out there like Wave Accounting. There's an app that's
Mm-hmm.
free unless you
Mm-hmm.
have payroll and employees. You can
Mm-hmm.
use FreshBooks. They have Zero. They have so many, different software out there. But the objective is just to make sure that you are recording your transactions that's happening in your business. Because then when you come to a guy like me, I got a whole bunch of fancy strategies that I want to implement for you just to save you thousands and thousands on taxes, just to help you, increase your profits and all of that. I can't provide you with any of that stuff if the foundation isn't strong, if the
Right.
foundation isn't
Right.
together. So
So I
books
think I
part
think
of
them,
foundation.
yeah, listening to this information and getting this information is key.
Yep.
What would you say is most fulfilling about being in your industry, and why did you even get into it?
Yeah, so what's most fulfilling about my industry now, more so than previously, because I used to work in big corporate America, I used to work for an accounting firm, I did all of that, right? But what's more fulfilling now that I have my own business, working with the people. So my purpose, I think my purpose in life is to
Mm-hmm.
serve others in, with my gift. I feel like I have a gift of understanding finances and breaking down complex topics and making them simple that anybody can understand. Right. So that's how I serve others. So that's what I love. I like talking to people, the everyday people, the barbers, right? I got some attorney, clients that I talk to, some people that own real estate. I like to talk to them. I love helping them out because you get to see them. I like to see a business start from scratch and just grow to now they killing it.
And
You
they
know what I'm
doing the
saying?
right thing, right? They
And they
they
doing
books
the
in
right
order from
thing
jump. Don't you like them when you can get them straight from jump, like start
from
to
jump. I
yeah,
love that. I love because
yeah.
it's different needs depending on the cycle of your business. So you got the startup phase, right? When you at that cycle, right? You need things. You're just trying to get compliant. All right,
Mhm.
what new things I gotta worry about? I
Yeah,
gotta get
make
compliant.
money, get
Yeah,
compliant.
make money. Oh, I gotta pay taxes. Oh, I gotta pay taxes on a quarterly basis. Oh, that's different. Oh, what new tax? Oh, I got self-employment taxes. That's different. So you got all of these new things you gotta think about. Oh, I got employees. Oh, I got to take out payroll taxes from them. I got to do their withhold. Like all of this stuff is different when you're just starting out. Then you at the growth stage. At the growth stage, you're just trying to continue to grow. So you're
Right.
trying to save money on your products. You're trying to, cut costs. You're reinvesting all your profits. You're trying to grow. And then your business gets to a place of maturity. And maturity is all about tracking, looking at how you're performing against before. You just want to sustain the level that you reach to. But at every single phase, I would say every phase you're trying to save money on taxes. Every single phase.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
Okay. So obviously, did you know when you were in high school that you wanted to be an accountant, or how did you get to the point where you decided that you wanted to go into this field?
Yeah, so I had no I had no idea that I was going to go into the accounting space. So when I was at college, I got my undergraduate degree in accounting from Shaw University in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's at HBCU in the
A
CIAA. So let me just put that out there.
kind of
So when you go to college, like a lot of people that go to college, they don't know what they're going to do when you first get there. A lot of us, let me say that, don't know exactly what we're going to do when we get to college. But I had someone there, and this is the benefit of going to the HBCU, that was kind of on me. He was in my ear. He was like, "Hey, Ronnie, you want to make some money? You want to make some money? You want to have job security? You want to be in demand? I'm telling you, do this accounting thing. Do this accounting thing." I'm like, "All right, whatever, man. What are you talking about?" At the time, I was in a different subject. In the class that I was in, I had a whole bunch of people, and a whole bunch of football players, people that didn't really care. Shout out to my football players, but they didn't care at the time. He was like, "Ronnie, you see all of these people in here? Your resume is going to go on the desk with these same people in here. So you're going to be competing with them. So if you want to
wow.
separate yourself from them, I'm telling you, come do this accounting thing."
Wow.
So it clicked for me. I'm like, you know what? You right, man. I'm going to do this accounting thing, and we're going to go all the way with it. So I stuck with it. I stuck with it, and it paid off. It
Wow.
paid dividends. It did.
What would
Yeah.
you tell your teenage self? Um, what advice would you give your teenage self in regards to where you are now?
Oh man, advice for my teenage self. One of the biggest things, I got two main things. My teenage self, start investing now. In
What does
terms
that
of
look like for
investing,
a teenager?
oh my God, it looks like for a teenager. I was working as a teenager.
Hmm.
A lot of us have to work, even as
Okay.
teens, right? So I was working. So the money that I was making, what I could have did, I could have put that money into a Roth IRA. Every single month, took out, even if it was just $50 a month, took out
Hmm.
$50 a month, or if I had a good month, take out $100 a month, put it into a Roth IRA, into let's say, a S&P 500 index fund, and
Hmm.
just let that grow. So by the time, years later, at my
10
current
years,
age,
5 or 10 years.
oh my God, that compounding interest, I'll be looking kind of good. But that would have started me on my wealth journey,
Yeah.
right? A lot
Yeah.
earlier. So
Yeah.
when that clicked for me, I was a little bit older when that clicked for me. But now I would tell my 18-year-old self, start that now,
All
because
right. And
you'd
then
be
and,
surprised what happens.
and then what would be the second thing that you tell
So
your
the second thing I would tell my 18-year-old self is to pursue entrepreneurship earlier. I waited on entrepreneurship
what
because
would you have done? I mean, at 18, what skills could you possibly have had? Because entrepreneurship or businesses, you providing a product or a service. So
yeah, got you.
what
Yep.
skills did you have at 18 that you could have
So
pursued
that's a
entrepreneurship?
good question. That's a great question. So I had my first, before I even was an accountant, I had my first bookkeeping client in, I was like 18 or 19 when I had my first bookkeeping client.
Really?
So the same guy that convinced me to do accounting, he gave me an opportunity to work with one of his clients. The same guy. The mentorship I'm telling you, it's
Oh
something else.
my gosh.
Mentorship is heavy, right? That's why it's needed, right? So he let me work with his client. I'm 18, 19 years old. I'm
What you
still in
do? Tell me
college.
what you do. What you do?
So what I was helping out with the transactions, right? Making
Uh-huh.
sure the transactions were categorized accurately because they're going to
Wow.
feed my financial reports. I was doing reconciliations. I was doing all of that, getting an understanding of that at 18 and 19 years old. I
Beautiful.
probably was like more 19 years old. Yeah, but I was doing that early. So what I'm saying is, I would have told my 18 or 19-year-old self, depending on how old I was at the time, hey, don't wait so long to jump to entrepreneurship. Even if
Hmm.
I would have jumped out there at 23 or 25,
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Just start earlier because I did entrepreneurship later on. You know,
Yeah.
because I was working at all of these jobs and I was climbing the corporate ladder and all of that, but that stuff didn't fulfill me.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Awesome, awesome. Okay. So, so now we're gonna get into it because obviously we are Beards Business and Black Men, right? So we
let's get
talked
into it.
about your business, all
Yes,
right. But before we jump into the part, actually share your business. I have his Instagram, is Rhythm Accounting, on Instagram, and then he also has his website, which is www.rhythmaccounting.com. Guys, listen, if you haven't heard anything, you must know. I mean, based off of the jewels that Ronnie has given us today, that he is a person that needs to handle your finances, especially for all you business owners out there. You know, we have our network called Beards and Business. So all of the men that are in our network are businessmen. So definitely all of our Beards and Business contact Ronnie because he gonna get you straight. Okay. He gonna
get
get
you
you
straight.
get your books in order. Well, which you should have already had, but you know, you might have to pay a little extras because you know, depending on how far gone you go. I'm gonna Ronnie, you ain't even gotta say it, okay? You ain't even gotta break the ice. I'll break the ice for you and let y'all know. Now, look, y'all, if y'all stuff is too much a mess, it might be a little extra tink tink. You know what I'm saying? So a little extra, okay? But yeah, so let's get into it. So we talked about your business, we talked
Yes,
about you as a Black man, how
yes.
mentorship is like wonderful. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, okay? Because this is so much goodness here. All right. Now we're gonna get into your beard regimen, okay? So tell us
Okay.
about this beautiful art that you have attached to your face. When did you start growing your beard?
Oh man, so I've always had a little some with facial hair, right? I've
Mhm.
always had, I did a little chin strap thing. I had a
Okay.
little goatee one time,
Okay, okay.
but I haven't been able to grow like a full beard until a few years ago. Actually, I would say it's about four years ago. That's
Okay.
when I really started to grow it out. I was like, let me just see what happens with this thing. So I just
Just
let
let it
it grow.
grow.
I let
Mhm.
it grow, and I told my barber at the time too. I was like, "Man, I'm trying to grow my beard." He's like, "How? What you mean?" I said, "Grow me a beard."
Grow
He's
your
like,
beard.
"Okay, yep." He's
Was
like,
there
"I'm
like a
just
technique or something that you used or
no." He's just let it grow. In the initial stages, he said just let it grow, and he gave me like the outline for it. He
okay.
didn't like cut it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Clean it up or anything. He gave me the outline for it. So he
Okay.
said, "Don't do anything to it. Just let it grow." And every
Let it be
time you see
natural.
me, when come on now, when you see me, I'm gonna make sure that it's maintained. But once it started to get to a certain space, that's when I started to care for it, right?
Okay.
So I got this product that I'm using currently, and I'm all open to products. But
Yeah.
right now, it's this company called Coils by Nature.
Okay.
And I
Is
found
it
them
black
online.
owned? Is
It
it's
is.
okay,
It is black
small
owned.
business owner?
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know if they small now. They
Yeah.
seem to be doing their thing.
Okay.
But yeah, so what I do at least once or twice a week, I'll use this the beard wash. That's like a wash, to
Mhm.
use once or twice a week, depending on if I'm working out heavy or something like that. I'll make it a
Mhm.
little more frequent. So I wash my beard with that beard wash, and it got all kinds of good stuff in it. If you look at the back of it, it got all kinds of the natural stuff.
Right.
So I use that after I wash it, dry it off, and all of that good stuff. I also got a what's it called? It's called a moisturizer, beard and face moisturizer that I
Mhm.
apply to my beard. It moisturize my
Mhm.
skin, make everything feel soft, smell good, and all of that good stuff. After I do that, I have a beard like butter,
Okay.
beard butter that kind of keeps it in place and sustain it and all of that good stuff. And then I
Wow.
top it off with the beard oil. And that beard oil
Wow.
smells good. I don't know what they put in it. Smell like almonds and fruits and all of that good stuff.
Just
But
life.
that's
Let's just like,
yeah, I hit it
yeah.
with that, so it give me that nice little shine and it's
Yeah.
smelling good. Yeah,
That's
so
what's
that's
up.
kind of my
And
regimen.
I was gonna say when it comes, it's so crazy because when I was creating Virginia Beard Festival, I was
Yeah,
like, because I was looking for like mentors for young men, and
yeah,
like I was like, what type of man would I like want around like the youth? And I'm like, men who take care of themselves. And it's usually men who have beards. Like black men who have beards, they take care of themselves. Like they groom themselves very well. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I
Mm-hmm.
would ask men like, who taught you how to tie a tie? Who taught you how to put on cologne? Who taught you how to and usually men who take care of their beards, they all that other stuff come with it. Because you can't like have a
Mm-hmm.
beard, but everything else is scruffy. But
That's right.
yeah. And
That's
so
right.
yeah, that has been apparent. Like I'm doing like official but unofficial research on like mentors
Right.
for
Right.
young black boys. But yeah, like that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so now we got to get to the tea or the
Okay.
coffee, as we like to say it.
Okay.
So,
I'm a
are
little
we
nervous.
dating or are we single, Mr.
Uh,
Ronnie? Drum roll.
Ronnie is dating.
Ronnie is dating.
Ronnie
All
is
right.
dating.
So
Yep.
Ronnie
So I'm
is.
not.
So tell me about the dating scene. Like, how was that? Like, how did you find the person that
So,
you decided to date?
right. So the dating scene is different today.
Yes.
Okay. Let me just put that out there. The dating scene is a little different today. But I'll say this for folks. For me personally, you know, anytime that I'm dating someone, I need someone to kind of understand my lifestyle and my goals and what I'm trying to
Right.
do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't have a lot of time like I used to have. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Because I got certain goals that I'm working towards and things like that. So when you're out there, you kind of looking for someone. You're looking for someone that can understand, understand that you're going to be working. You might not be available a lot.
Yeah.
You
Did
just
you did you did you go online? Did you meet mutual friends? How did you meet your? So I'm
mutual.
assuming it's somebody you're consistently dating now.
Yeah. So
Okay. Okay.
mutual friends. So you kind of it's people that
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So I was already comfortable with. I already knew them and all of that good stuff. So that makes
Did you,
it a lot easier. That
did
makes
you
it a lot
ever
easier.
try the online thing, like the
I've
online
never
dating
done
thing?
I've never done online dating. That feels a little funny to me though.
Yeah.
It's to each
Wait,
his
how old are
own.
you, Ronnie?
I'm 36.
37. Okay. Oh, 36.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
To each his own.
Yeah.
People do what they do, but I need to get the vibe in person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I need that energy. I need to,
Yeah.
I need that energy.
Yeah.
That's just
That's
me.
what's up. That's what's up. Okay,
Yeah.
ladies that are watching. All right, he's taking y'all. Okay, but still, if you a stylist or an eyelash tech and you ain't got your books together, please come see Ronnie. He
Oh yeah,
can't
taxes,
holler at you, but he can get your books in order.
and I
Okay,
could save you some money on some taxes too. So.
right, exactly. So you can have more, income. So that you can have a hot girl summer. All right.
Yeah.
But yes, go on them hot girl trips, okay, to Miami. Um, I mean to Africa or out of the country, which whatever. But he can help you plan for that. You know what
I
I
can. I
mean?
can.
So yes, so that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, thank you, Ronnie, for coming on my show, Beards, Business, and Black Men. Guys, don't forget to follow Ronnie at Rhythm Accounting. His Instagram is, scrolling on the bottom there. Follow him, reach out to him, schedule your consultation, all of that. And we will see you the next time. Ronnie, is there any last words? Anything you want to say?
No last words, but thank you for having me. This was fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. Peace and hair grease, y'all.